Hey, gentlemen. I focused on men's health, and for the past 5 years, I've worked closely with men in real clinical settings, not just textbooks. Today, I'm going to share something most men rarely hear spoken out loud, but it directly affects your confidence, your intimacy, and the strength of your connection as a man. Before we go any further, quick favor: tap that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I truly enjoy seeing how far this community reaches, from busy city rooftops to quiet rural homes. Now let's get straight into it. Here's a truth many men start to forget as they age. Real connection does not have an expiration date. Desire does not clock out. Intimacy doesn't retire at 40, 50, or even 70. Yet every week, I meet men who quietly step back from closeness, believing their time has passed, or that their body has somehow betrayed them. That belief is one of the biggest myths I see harming men today. Most intimacy challenges are not caused by aging itself. They're linked to everyday habits, misunderstandings, and silence around topics men feel uncomfortable discussing. And today, we're tackling one of the most common areas men bring to me in private: those awkward, unspoken intimacy concerns that directly affect trust, closeness, and satisfaction. Over the last 5 years in urology, I've helped men in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond rebuild confidence in both their health and their private lives. And I can tell you this with certainty: when men truly understand how their body works and how emotional safety ties into physical response, everything changes. Relationships strengthen, comfort returns, and that natural confidence many thought was lost comes back. So today, we're breaking down 5 major mistakes men make around intimacy, body responses, and emotional bonding. Each mistake feeds into the next, and the final one holds the greatest emotional power of all. Let's begin. Mistake 5: misunderstanding a woman's natural response. One of the most common misunderstandings men quietly struggle with is viewing a woman's natural moisture as something unpleasant or unclean. This single misconception creates unnecessary discomfort, shame, and emotional distance. That natural moisture is not extra fluid. It is part of the body's intelligent design. It comes from 3 primary sources: small glands that release natural lubrication, surface cells that increase slickness with arousal, and protective secretions from the cervix that help maintain balance and reduce harmful bacteria. Chemically, it's mostly water combined with proteins, salts, protective enzymes, and natural defenders that keep the area healthy and comfortable. Emotionally, how a man reacts to this matters deeply. If a man pulls away, hesitates, or shows discomfort, many women internalize that reaction as a rejection of their body. Over time, that erodes emotional safety and weakens the bond. When you reframe that response as a sign of health, readiness, and trust, everything shifts. What once caused awkwardness becomes a signal of openness and connection. Mistake 4: overanalyzing taste or natural scent. This is one of the most whispered questions I hear in my office. Taste and scent vary naturally. They change with hydration, diet, stress, hormones, medication, and overall health. Fruits and water create lighter profiles. Spices, alcohol, caffeine, and dehydration intensify it. Hormonal cycles influence it as well, shifting between subtle and sharper throughout the month. After menopause, changes in balance can cause new variations too. Here's the key truth: fluctuation is normal. Your body doesn't stay chemically identical every day. Hers doesn't either. A sudden strong odor paired with discomfort or irritation can indicate something simple like a bacterial or yeast imbalance. That's usually easy to treat medically. The danger comes when men assume normal change equals a problem and emotionally withdraw instead of addressing it calmly. Acceptance increases comfort. Judgment increases distance. Mistake 3: ignoring the safety conversation. Many men quietly ask me, is intimacy safe in a committed relationship? The honest answer is yes, but safety still matters. Bodily fluids can transmit infections just like saliva can through deep kissing. Risk increases when there are open cuts, sores, or untreated conditions. That's why long term health isn't built on assumptions, it's built on shared awareness. Healthy couples communicate, they test when needed, they protect when unsure, and they never assume silence equals safety. True trust grows from transparency, not guessing. Mistake 2: letting discomfort create silence. This is where most relationships start to slowly fracture, not through illness, not through conflict, but through unspoken discomfort, a new scent, a safety concern, a change in response, a question about health. When men feel embarrassed to speak, silence grows. That silence turns into distance. That distance turns into emotional withdrawal. Bodies evolve over time. Stress changes chemistry. Diet shifts things. Medication alters responses. These changes are normal. What hurts connection isn't change, it's secrecy. When a woman senses withdrawal without explanation, she often assumes rejection. When a man stays silent out of shame, both feel alone in the same bed. The solution is never criticism. It's calm, curious, respectful communication. Mistake 1: underestimating the power of acceptance. This is the most powerful emotional force in intimacy. When you accept her completely, her responses, her changes, her natural signals, you communicate something deeper than desire. You say, I see you, I trust you, you're safe with me. That acceptance allows her body to relax. Relaxation increases natural response. Emotionally, it heals insecurities she may have carried silently for years. Physically, everything works better when emotional tension disappears. Men often think their greatest impact comes from technique or performance. In reality, acceptance is what unlocks everything. A simple 3-step reset for couples. Make health a team conversation, schedule joint check-ins every 6 months. Frame it as teamwork, not suspicion. Notice changes without judgment. Bodies change. Reactions fluctuate. Speak with curiosity, not criticism. Respond with reassurance. Let her know her body is welcome exactly as it is. Comfort builds confidence. Confidence fuels desire. I understand. Some of this may still feel uncomfortable to hear. That's normal. Every man I meet initially feels that hesitation. Yet every man who learns to speak openly sees the same result: stronger trust, deeper connection, and renewed confidence. Here's what I want you to remember: learning the facts doesn't kill passion, it protects it. Consistency builds reliability. Reliability builds lasting desire. Gentlemen, intimacy doesn't fade with age. Insecurity does. Your 50s, 60s, and beyond can feel more confident and connected than your younger years if you drop the shame, stop chasing quick fixes, and treat health as something you and your partner manage together. Avoid risky shortcuts, skip miracle products, focus on communication, comfort, and shared care. If this spoke to you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a man who needs this reminder. Drop your location in the comments and suggest the next topic you want me to cover. I'm Dr. Natalia Williams, and remember, small changes unlock peace, confidence, and lasting strength. Desire doesn't disappear with time, and neither should you.